Rolling. That's so nice. Okay, so Adriana and Anne, right?
Yes.
And Adriana, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
Thank you for being with us with the Coachability Foundation project. So it's a real pleasure to be here with you today. And well, it's just we're gonna start. And I would really like you to give an insight of what your project is, where does it come from, and how is it that you are here today?
Okay, so we have this little workshop and shop in the neighborhood of the Born in Barcelona. And the idea is joint efforts to manage a business and also make our own jewelry, showing to the clients our processes and our way to work.
Before having this workshop, we used to work both in workshop, but without a shop. So we didn't have the direct contact to the clients, and it was much more difficult the difficulty to sell our jewelry was that if you sell through a gallery or another shop, they normally of course they have to earn money too, and they double the price. So you in the end the jewelry is quite expensive, so you reduce your price, and in the end you don't. It's difficult to live off your.
And how is it that you arrived in Barcelona? So because you are from Colombia and you are
I'm from Germany.
Okay, first of all, how did you two meet?
We met because Adriana, she had a workshop, I had another one. She used to work in a gallery and where I exposed my jewelry, and so we met.
And that was the connection.
Yes. Exactly. And I came here to Barcelona for studying a master's degree in product design. That was my first studies in Colombia. And here I was reconnecting with the craft and jewelry and all the art things. So Barcelona became the place to develop my path, professional path, and path in jewelry.
Was it easy at the beginning?
To come to start
here, because I mean you come from different places, so you arrived in Barcelona. It's a new city. How long ago are we talking about? How long since?
20 years.
20 years already. You too.
Yes.
Oh my God, that's a
lot of time.
By chance, we both arrived in 2006. Yes. Well, I think our situations at this moment were very, very completely different, because you were fully in the jewelry. I mean, you were making jewelry, and I was just starting to raise my family. So it was completely different.
Yes,
it was more difficult for a personal reason.
Backgrounds are important when you start something.
Yes, but I can say that also was a slow path, to grow the thing that we have now. Because I came as a student, then also I have to do the papers with the
immigration
papers, and that's all the kind of things. And I was working in that gallery first and keeping studying my studies at the same time. And then when I finished the studies, I also was producing my jewelry to sell in other galleries, making exhibitions in different countries around Europe. And when I decided that I want to have more direct contact with the clients and how the way that we work, and find that balance between the contact with the clients and also the benefits, that Anne told, that because the stores, of course, have to raise the price, and so that balance I found here, in our project, Espai Micra.
Did you need support, like financial support? First of all, did you need support? Did you find the support? Because it's not the same. You may need support, but sometimes it's difficult to find it. As an entrepreneur, right? It's like It's not
Yeah,
so much help sometimes.
I found family support at the beginning.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. And then after maybe a combination of apply to autonomous helps in the government,
you there.
that kind of things,
It's not
of course,
easy.
too. Yeah.
For me, it was these were very small. I made very small steps because because perhaps we should explain that in the beginning, Adriana, she built Espai Micra with another person,
Okay.
which was not me,
Mhm.
and I joined them. I just rent a workspace because my kids were still rather small, and I could not be
Yes,
here
have
so
lots of
many
other
hours.
things,
Yes, and so I mean, I want to say it was the first small step, and then we were here 3 persons. In the meanwhile, there were even more persons. Like one moment we were 5,
Yeah.
and then
That's a crowd.
we were again 3 persons, and then
Mhm.
Adriana and her partner, they separated, and Adriana and me, we started again. So this is now 2 years ago.
But
And
together,
this-
7 years.
Yes, together.
Yeah. So
Since 8 years.
Space, you two
The
together.
business
one to
together,
one.
2 years,
Mhm.
and Espai Micra, 8 years.
8 years, exactly. So, and that was a changing point for me because now also the kids are tall, and so, but it was like a continuous path, but not all at the same time. So to come back to your question, the economic thing was not so during many years. It was not so much, but then when I took the business, yes, there was a big.
It is a burden. It's not. I mean,
Yes.
it's like because one thing is, in my opinion, as an entrepreneur myself as well. One thing is like to have a vision, to have a project, but then you see how difficult this project is. You know, to just make it grow, and because there are a lot of financial burdens, there are a lot of payments you need to make. Now, in your case, the materials, we'll get to that later, but it's not easy. I mean, you can have a very passionate vision, or you can be very passionate about your vision, but then comes reality.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's why I think it's always, if you have the possibility, it's good to start small scale, very small scale, and not build a big thing.
And for
in the
us,
beginning.
I think also has been very important to join the efforts because afford a business alone is also very difficult to combine with the time that just, let's say, at the shop, and also at the same time working and creating your own pieces, making the Instagram and the social network. It's a lot of things that you have to manage alone. So for me also it has been very important to share that effort, and the project is a growing project because of that. Because we can share time, share responsibilities, share expenses.
Yeah, it's like you're talking about your vision, your project. So, what's your vision? What's your project?
It's
so difficult to it's like, but what's your
That's a huge.
yeah, it's a huge, but it's also the essence of
yes,
your
it's in fact it's for I think it's quite, in the end it's quite easy. We love making jewelry, we love working with our hands, and we just like to sell directly what we are creating, and we enjoy having the contact to the clients. We are sharing a vision that is to make the jewelry business a better business, because it's a quite dirty business regarding the materials, the origin of the materials. And so we are working with, a few years ago, we started working with responsibly sourced materials, metals and gemstones, ethically sourced gemstones. And so we are trying, this is our common vision. And I think it's very beautiful because we both identify a lot with this, and it holds us together. We want to share it with the people. We want to show that it's possible. We want to show what we are doing with these materials. And
it's very important that you mentioned that.
It's something.
This is one of the reasons we usually interview people, women who have projects, but also projects with a conscience. Okay, there's a conscience below that, no, underneath. And you mentioned basically your conscience, not working with sustainable and clean materials, as you mentioned.
Yes, exactly. So I think it's very important for us to know that we can contribute. That's not it's a little bit, but we can contribute for the world and small communities with our place of work and with our art or craft thing that we do. So to have a better world, or at least a cleaner business in jewelry, from the beginning.
It's like you mentioned, no, it's like it's a dirty business, but not dirty itself. It's dirty like in probably the way you achieve, no, and you get and you obtain the
precious materials, sometimes.
Yes.
And how people and the planet are exploited. So.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, there are many cases, blood mines and blood diamonds, and
also the mercury in destruction of the gold and the silver that. Of course, affects the communities that are involved, in that practices. So we support small-scale mines where the communities get more benefits of the extraction, and also they have a very controlled way to extract the minerals without mercury and without contamination of their own landscape. So it's responsible, environmental responsibility, and also social responsibility. That is that kind of metals and gemstones.
Was it easy to get access to the suppliers? I mean, because was there any pressure? I have no idea how this world works.
What did you
say? Any pressure?
Pressure
as in, because my understanding from some of the documentaries sometimes I've watched, it's like the sources, the raw materials, the gems, they are in the hands of very few families, is it? Just like
the big companies.
The big companies, right? But then, was it easy to get in contact with small companies, small suppliers?
It was not. I would say it was not very difficult because there were already.
A movement now.
It's a movement. It was starting, and we of course, you have to make a little bit of research, but it's not so difficult.
That's nice.
Yes, and the fair mine, the fair mine option is not so easy to find, but maybe countries as Germany, France, and England have more suppliers. Spain has just a few ones now, one that we buy from them. But I think it's growing, that kind of way to make the jewelry. And also was the same with the gemstones. We start to investigate, and we have been finding the ways and the suppliers for that. But if you compare with the common way to make jewelry, of course, they have more options to help you to do it more easily. More casting places, more suppliers of chains and other things that we need during our our creation process.
Yeah, exactly. The offer is clearly reduced.
Yes.
But we prefer to have a reduced offer, and sometimes it's even easier. You have what the ethical market offers, and then you can just choose of this. And because sometimes there are other people trying to sell us gemstones, we don't even want to see them, or because it's a decision we made. And once the decision is made, you prefer to buy from what is possible and not to look everywhere.
Exactly.
Absolutely. And
it facilitates things sometimes.
Absolutely. And people, probably the clientele that you have, also are open to what you are selling. It's not only a jewel, it's a jewel plus a respectful jewel, right? So the people that come are in the same way of doing things.
Yes, we try to explain to people. Here in Spain, it depends. It's also a cultural thing. Some people, for example, here in Spain, people nearly never ask where the gold comes from, because they don't know so much that there are also fair traded materials. But we do explain it. So we do explain it, so people then are getting curious, and they think, oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that there is something like, I know fair trade from the chocolate or the coffee, but not from the metals. And sometimes from other countries, sometimes people ask more from, as Adriana said, from UK or Germany or France. They are more conscious about this issue, so they are perhaps asking more. But so if people don't ask us, we explain. Because to promote this.
Yeah, it's a jewel with a story.
Thing.
Right? And I assume that every jewel has a story, but this is a story and a background story.
Story that the people also and we can be proud of.
Yes, it's nice because you don't have to hide the dirty story and sell it like a beautiful thing. It's nice because you do not have the need to hide something. You can tell a beautiful story because you help the mining communities.
Yeah, and sometimes, I don't know, but the luxurious items, luxurious goods, as you mentioned, they only just are seen for the external, the glossy from the outside, but there is also something in the inside, right?
Yes, so we also like a lot that a beautiful jewelry also tells a beautiful story, no?
Yeah.
From the beginning, the origin of the materials and everything.
Where do you get your inspiration?
I think from different points. Depends on the time in the life that you are. But sometimes it's in the nature. Sometimes for me it's in the art and the architecture. Or sometimes it's something that you are thinking metaphoric way. And because we develop both kind of pieces, some that are more serial pieces and a collection, and also we have one of a kind pieces that may be a different point of inspiration. Yeah.
And you, Anna?
Yeah, it's quite similar. It depends also on the type of jewelry you're creating. For example, if I make a jewelry with a gemstone, it's this gemstone that gives me some inspiration, and from this one I will make something around this gemstone. And otherwise, I think there is also a lot of unconscious inspiration in general. Of course, I think nature is the most inspiring thing, but then I think that we unconsciously, permanently, we are getting input from our environment, and so the inspiration comes also from this unconscious thing that you don't know morning you wake up and you have an idea. It sounds very romantic, but sometimes it's like this. You're just closing your eyes and you're thinking you have a form before your eyes. And
I think also we have a cultural knowledge from China or maybe from Colombia, something that comes out sometimes when I'm working.
Yes, exactly. That's and also the way how you learn jewelry, how you study it. This is, I think, a key point also in the inspiration. And also another thing is sometimes you're just on your jewelry bench and there are a lot of pieces of metal, and sometimes just by chance two pieces come together and you think, oh, that would be interesting. Sometimes it's not the wow that you're drawing, and I think it's very simple, the inspiration.
Sometimes experimental, probably, right?
With the material directly, and you are in your bench and working, and you see, this is very nice shape.
Exactly. But I have to say, it's really, really, really different to have a shop and work in a shop or have a closed workshop. At least my inspiration is, it's very difficult to have inspiration for me. Working in a shop and with all these things that you have to do, the organizational things, and it's difficult.
Yes, for me sometimes also you have a lot of inputs, so I need maybe to take a walk or some days that I
wind off, just disconnect
a little bit and go outside, or something that makes me silence and keep away from the daily things, to rediscover some inspiration or get some different images that after comes through a
probably the more financial and administrative part of a business. Sometimes it's overwhelming and can overshadow your job. I mean, the essence of your job, right? Say you're jeweler, artists, or in my case, I'm a teacher. So your job is your passion, but as an entrepreneur, all this side part of the business, which is also really important to keep your business going, because you can love your job, but you need to keep the business going.
A lot of energy,
and it can be very overwhelming sometimes.
Absolutely, because you, as Adriana said in the beginning, one person is doing the work of 5 persons, 6, 7, cleaning the workshop and everything. And then there's also the family backgrounds, the kids, the things about. It's not that we are here and only here. It's the mind is everywhere.
Sometimes you need to compartmentalize, right? It's like focus on this, focus on that. But separating them, it's very difficult because they are intertwined. So
absolutely,
it's really so difficult.
And I think this is also. I think it's really important to talk about this, because I think that women have a really big mental load, especially having families, but also without kids, and it's not easy.
No, it's
not at all. And I think we need a lot of patience with ourselves. And well, I learned to say to myself, okay, I'm I'm keeping on doing, and very small steps, and it's like a snake, no problem, very slow, but I keep on going.
Yeah, and probably when you just open the doors and you step in, it's like, okay, this is now my personal space, right? This is my artistic space, and just keeping things outside. But it's not easy, because sometimes your things are in your mind, right? And you need your mind to work as well. So difficult.
I think we find a way always, and but we need to really love the things that we do. No, it's in my case. No, I'm really passionate about handwork and the living that I have chosen. No? That is living in my own jewelry business with my craft aptitudes. So I thinking that and I keep going because I really like to have my independence life with this kind of work. So I think it's very difficult and we have to manage a lot of things, and we can also know until the things that we can do, and don't pressure if we cannot arrive. And also find some help, also in other women and our family, our colleagues. I really think that it's very important to have a community of people that help you when, for example, here we have a technical issue or something that we don't know how to do it. We ask each other, also another colleague. So find a good community is also very important.
Absolutely,
to help you
support support group
to arrive to you.
To reach your goal, to reach your goal, and also sometimes being able to delegate as well. It's like even not because you are a woman, not because you are an entrepreneur, you have to do it all yourself. In your case, you just work together. You have support in one another, but it's also not easy.
To delegate.
Pick up the phone and ask for help. It's like, I cannot do this. Well, it's okay. You mentioned, right? It's okay. If you cannot do it, it's fine.
Yes,
there will be someone else who can just help you get there. Because as women, Coachability Foundation is focused on women. The project that I run on behalf of Coachability is the Womenpreneur project. But do you think that you as women have it more difficult to be entrepreneurs?
Than men?
Yeah. Just, no, I don't want to compare it, just like as a woman.
I think when we started, it was a little difficult to, also in my position, to get the confidence. No, because maybe it's difficult to get the confidence to open a business and believe in that. No, and also the society sometimes feel that women we are more weak. No, so we have to go through that. Making your space in the business, and I think it's a little bit more difficult, but of course now the women are more together, and also is changing that. So,
you mentioned family, and
I think it's a big challenge in general to have family and work out of your house. I mean, we don't talk so much about this, but it's really difficult because there is another person that is not at home doing the household.
Absolutely.
And being with the kids, and so it's not easy, and so this is why I think, of course, for women it's more difficult. It's a big challenge. Yes, it's on one hand it's beautiful because you can build your own thing, which is really grateful, because household is not grateful.
No. It's a nuisance.
That's why nobody wants to do it. It's crazy, but so this is grateful, but then you have to combine, you have to find a way, and so I really think that sharing is a great thing. I really think it gives us a lot of power, and if one loses a little bit
focus,
the focus, or some in the other one, or also Adriana knows things that I do not know, and in the opposite, we can help each other. It's really good to not to be on your own.
What do you admire from each other?
I admire from Anne the precision in the work, and personally also the way to go deep in something, to investigate until the end of the details.
Okay.
I admire many things, but now I'm thinking in Adriana's focus, which I have sometimes difficulties because I'm losing myself between all these things. She's very focused, and she is very, you are very continuous.
Permanent.
Permanency. Perseverance.
Perseverance. Okay.
Yes. And yeah, well, many things.
Apart from having a working relationship, you think that because having a partner is not easy. Because I mean, you can start the business side by side, but maybe at some point of this process, your focus changes, right? And then maybe you don't need the partner anymore, or that partner is more like a blockage than a help.
Of course, that can happen.
Yeah,
we are not at this point, luckily.
No, exactly. We are not in that point, but could happen. We don't know.
Yes, of course,
what the future holds. But as partners, you have a working relationship. But did you also work on your personal relationship apart from this project? So are you friends outside this project? Do you share spaces? Do you build? Do you care about your personal relationship? Because having a partner is not just sharing expenses, sharing a space, right?
Yes.
You also need to have like a very personal connection.
I think we share personal spaces, not a lot, because of course we also need to separate.
If one is free, the other one is here. So but we share personal things here.
Maybe that's why it works.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes, but
we share a lot here, our personal view and our personal things. But also, I think we need stay alone. No, sometimes that Anne is not at the shop. Also, I really enjoy, and it's nice to know that, and I know that Anne enjoy also when I am not here, because it's a balance also, no, being together, but also we need a little bit of calm and be alone to organize our ideas and just to enjoy to working alone. Also, it's nice, no, and we try to have a lot of conversation about the way to do the things, no, to know how the other is in that moment and what is affecting her, no, to care and our personal things, no.
Yes, and we more or less regularly we need to talk about things about organization.
The boring stuff. The boring stuff sometimes.
And we
but
make
also
with the other thing, no? We mix the boring stuff
with
the fun part.
Yes. So I think it's important to have meetings, because sometimes the thing is, of course, during all the day you have things to tell, you have things to organize, and sometimes we see that it can cause a lot of distraction. So we try, does not always work, but we try to say, okay, next Wednesday we meet we tell us everything, and until then we try not to talk so much because you lose you lose a lot of time. So this is what we try, and then as Adriana said, it's good. The balance is good. Sometimes we are here together, sometimes only one of us. This is a good balance, and of course sometimes, but not very often because of the time, we celebrate her birthday or outside. But mostly we see each other here in this place.
What would you?
Because I also think it's normal that we see each other a lot. So then, when we are outside, we see other people. But it's nice. It's nice to share. The other day, it was her birthday, and I went to her house. It was great,
nice.
and these are things.
This working bubble, right? That's why I was asking. Because sometimes people don't think about it. It's just work. But it's not that. You are building a person, not just a project, not just a working space, not just a business. You're also having like personal relationships and a personal
connection.
And coffee outside, no? Coffee in another shop outside.
In another setting.
And you have to coach it. You have to take care of it.
Yes, that's right, because it brings you together.
Nursing. Yes. Business is a lot of work, but it's also a lot of nursing, a lot of caring. If you don't take care of the project and yourself as partners,
feel comfortable.
It's a lot. It's a huge load on your shoulders. So let's imagine because the women that are gonna just watch the video and this interview and this chat, they want to start a business. What would you recommend as an entrepreneurial woman? What's your recommendation?
Joint efforts. I think it's a good point. And believe in your passion, because if you have that, you can grow step by step. No? Don't be nervous if it's not in the time that you start. It's a process.
And also, I would recommend, as I said in the beginning, to start rather small scale and not to build the big thing, because you need a lot of money. And I personally would also recommend, before starting your business, get experience by working with others. That would be my recommendation. Of course, it's a very personal thing, but I used to work many years for other jewelers, and also I used to work in a place very similar to this one in Berlin before coming here to Barcelona, and it was a big. It was really an important experience for me. I learned a lot from this. Doing this, and also working on my jewelry, I feel that a lot of experience. It really helped me. It helped me to have security in the technical work, and also how to be with the clients, how to sell, how to manage all this. Because I say this because many people finish school and immediately they want to build their business. I think it's good to
this in passion from a more like company maybe, or more like business, operational business, not in your case, but it's to the entrepreneurial business. It's not everyone is built to be an entrepreneur. Not everyone has it in them. That's obvious. But I see your point, as in getting some experience, working for somebody else probably makes you appreciate how working for yourself is so valuable, right? When you can compare, right? Working with for somebody else or working on your own and by yourself.
You can check if you really would like to do this. You can observe how it works. You can take time to think about if you really want to do this. Mm.
What's next for you two? What's the next step?
Well, growing our business, no, maybe. Well, growing, I don't know. Maybe the same.
Yeah, maybe growing, right? Like more horizontally than vertically.
Than vertical, yeah. And also developing more collaborations, probably with responsible projects, I think. I like the collaborations with the responsible jewellery industry, and maybe also more connections with the region, in my case with the mines in Colombia, and to tell better the story behind our jewelry.
For you, Anna, it's you share. And on a personal, do you have, apart from this project, do you also have personal projects? So aside from the business?
Well, I am part of the collective of responsible jewelry. Also people from here in Barcelona, so I like that. Also a small group that we research more about materials, metals, and also the way to communicate. Also maybe another personal project. Yeah.
That's nice. Very nice. So
my challenge is more to get more focus.
Yeah, no, there are ways. So nice. So we are here. I'm just gonna get you to work, and we are here at Espai Micra in Alborn. So it was really nice having a conversation with you guys.
Thank you, Noelia. A pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Okay, nice. Right, so that's it. I'm just gonna stop. Now it's when I worry the video is not running. Right?